In the world of JavaScript, there is this idea that you can run code over and over and over and over again until it is told to stop running. And this is an interval. And just like setting a timeout, we set an interval very much the same way. So we would use setInterval. It takes a function as sort of the callback function, and then a time as the second parameter. And so let's say for every second, this is again milliseconds, just like in setTimeout. This is 1 second. So we're going to use this in milliseconds, and we just want to console.log I'm running. And when we refresh our page, we're going to see this runs every 1 second over and over and over again. We can actually see that this is counting here. Every second is going to continue running over and over and over. And it's not doing anything useful, but in the wild, when you're writing real code, you might actually want to perform an AJAX request to some server every second to see if a user is logged in, or to keep a cookie alive, or to maybe send browser data back to a service. There are a lot of uses for this. There's also a good use case for getting rid of this. So what we can do is put this into a variable. So let's just create a regular variable here, and let's call it, it's a logger. And so it's just going to log, and when I refresh the page, it will still run. It's in a variable, but this function, this setInterval function, actually gets executed and it gets stored into this variable. Now let's say we wanted to get rid of this. Well, as a better example, let's do it right in the console. We're going to do clear interval, and we just give it the variable name, logger. And you can see it stopped at the number 22. Number 22 is not important. It just happened to be that I stopped it when it was counting at the number 22. And so let's go ahead and create a timeout with an interval. So let's do setTimeout. We're going to put a function in here, and we're going to clear this interval. Clear interval of logger. And this timeout is going to take place after 5 seconds. And so this is going to run, presumably, 5 times. And after 5 seconds, it will stop running. Let's go ahead and refresh, and we just wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, look at that. Didn't quite get to 5 now, did it? Now this comes down to your computer's processing time. What if we did 5.5 seconds? Let's see what happens here. So it's going to go to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then there it is, 5. And so all we had to do there was really bump this number up just a tad, just to make sure that this always runs 5 times. There's definitely a better way of doing this, but this is just a way of mixing and matching a set interval and a set timeout together.